That's every year. And 2,000 plates of pork was served, along with more than 150 cakes. She says the only trouble is you're going to have to wait till next September 2012 to eat some more of those good pistolets. And the first year that I went to it, I worked with that booth, and I can tell you, it's nonstop. It's fun.
Let's show some more of our pictures. We got a picture right here of Miss Kelly Dupre wearing her cousin, Mr. Bernard Labar, state representative T-shirt.
She was out politicking for, it's like an uncle. I'll explain that real quick. My first wife, Adelaide,
Kelly's mom,
her mother died at Adelaide's birth. Mm-hmm. Adelaide lost her mother. So her aunt, Miss Myrtle Labar, the mother of Bernard Labar, raised her, and they still, that family is just like Adelaide's brothers and sister, and of course they still call me Uncle Bobby. The grandchildren call me Uncle Bobby, and of course Kelly loves to spend weekends there. They have fun, and naturally she's helping her uncle, Bernard Labar. And we had gone to a function in Port Barre,
yes, sir,
and had a real nice time, and a big attendance, I might add.
Mm-hmm. And we got Mr. Joe Swallow.
That was birthday Joe. And we took him over to the regatta along with his wife Billy, and Miss Vicky.
Yep.
And I spoke about the regatta the week before. It's a beautiful place in downtown on Lake Arthur.
Is that your
in Lake Arthur?
Right there?
That's our waiter. Yep, sure is. And there was a little band. They had to come inside. They usually play outside. They were playing, but a quick storm came up
off that water, off the lake.
on that lake, and they came in, but they kept the sound real low. You could still talk with each other. That's David Dupre. I showed him last week, and one of the young ladies working in the bar, another one, and just delicious food, good time. And then of course Sunday I had to find a Catholic church.
Welcome back, Kiesalo.
And we found St. Anthony of Padua, and it's also a Catholic, beside a church, it's a Catholic school, built about 10 years ago. It seats about 1,800 people at the church.
Holy
and
smokes.
They have 4 services on each Sunday, and they just about fill up
a lot of people.
Each time. And also on Saturday, and just a beautiful group of people, and they have used a lot of children, like the ushers were young kids, maybe 10, 12, at the most 12 years old.
Keep them active early.
Keep them active early, and it also gets mom and daddy to go to church too, you see.
Yeah, because they say, I got to go this week, it's my turn.
I've got to go, it's my turn. So anyhow, it was a beautiful opportunity to visit and get to pray.
I got a little sunset over near your house.
Yeah, that was yesterday. That was Tuesday.
I got some pictures from last Friday. You were talking about Governor Edwards appointing you to the Rating Commission back in the early 70s. I went to the book signing over the Delta Grand. You were out of town, so I went to represent the show. And there was a gentleman in there with an Edwards for Governor sign still. These pictures are early. It got packed by the time the governor got there. And there's Ormond Brinkhouse standing back there, and right on the right is Governor Edwards and his new lovely wife. Our friend Gino Lamonti was handling the sound, but the governor recognized. It's amazing how many people in the crowd he pointed out and recognized, and he, Mr. Dr. Mumphrey, I guess, from over at LSUE, who started LSUE, and the governor talked about how they worked together to get LSUE started and all the different events. But very interesting guy. And I said, how did this happen? How did he get here? And of course, Miss Tammy Lamonti, who you see in this picture, Gino's wife, Tammy Bork Lamonti, she's friends with the governor's wife. They've been friends for quite a few years. So just so happens ends up marrying Governor Edwards, and when the tour starts, she says, Tammy,
nice little free event for people to visit.
Helps promote us, and he can come back and meet a bunch of his friends.
That's correct.
How about these photos as well? This is a picture over at St. Landry Catholic Church Cemetery. The St. Landry Church Cemetery tours are going on this weekend. Saturday, the tour times are 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and 8 p.m. Sunday tours are 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. That's the tomb of Miss Bertie Daigle, who was a major in Army Nurse Corps in the Pacific Theater from 42 to 1945. We got pictures, of course, the Lion and the Lamb. We got pictures of Father Engbrink's tomb and Father Gilbert Raymond, who's being portrayed in this year's tour. And there's the whole big tour group with James Swallow, Don Stanford. I'm just going to jump out with a few, Ken Thibodeau, Yvonne Norman. Whole big crew that are all doing all the work there. Want to appreciate if you could come out, $10, and your money goes to fix all these tombs that go back to the 1700s. Now,
yeah, and I understand you're going to have one Sunday afternoon attending Ardell Guillory. She's taking a course. Tell me about that. She's taking a psychology course. I gave her your number. She did reach you.
She's taking a psychology course, and one of the things they discuss in psychology course is how people cope with death. So their assignment is to learn something about a graveyard and why the graves are placed how they are and what the people in that community have done may be different to recognize and honor their dead. Well, certainly this is a very different way to honor and recognize and remember the people who've passed away at St. Landry Church. So she's going to come by to take a tour. So it
something I want to make notice of is if you've been on I-10 or I-49, either one of the interstates that go through our local area here, you're going to see trailer load after trailer load of these big bales of hay, and some square ones also, but mostly the big round bales. They're going up to Texas. I mean, coming back Sunday, we saw them better than going Saturday. We'd pass a few up, but they drive about 70, the same speed limit I was driving. But occasionally we'd pass one up. But Sunday, they looks like they run two at a time in tandem.
Having a huge drought, there's no grass, there's no hay in Texas, so they got to come here to get it.
And us had some hay cut on the property, the 91 acres I own on 358, Highway 358 south of Opelousas. And they were loading up the hay Monday. Well, you were with me.
Sure.
And I said, what part of Texas are you going to? He said, no, mister, we actually bringing this to Logansport, Louisiana. There's a large farmer there that was hit by this drought up in North Louisiana.
And he's buying up all the hay around
all the
here.
hay he can find. So if you have some hay, and it doesn't even have to be hay that was baled this year. If it's in good shape and it was a previous year, they'll buy that. They're looking for it. You can, I'm sure you'll have no trouble if you know any farmer that makes hay. He can put you in touch with the proper people to pick up your hay.
Show this photo, Mark. OC this week, homecoming, Opelousas Catholic, and this day, each day they do something different with dress up. It was Tacky Day. That's Andrew Guitro and Austin Guitro dressed tacky for homecoming. I want to welcome all the Opelousas Catholic graduates coming back. I know they're having the whole group mass on Saturday, the 4 o'clock mass. 4 o'clock in the afternoon mass at St. Landry Catholic Church.
And that reminds me that Sally Reed and the graduates of ABW High School are planning an all-class graduates reunion. In other words, it appears here that ABW school, which was out on the, I guess that'd be the northwest section of Opelousas, operated for approximately 25 years. And they're trying to get the names, well, they have the names, but the present addresses and emails and cell phones and everything on all of the graduates, and then they're going to have a large reunion of, and I don't know where they're going to hold it yet, but Amy Bradford Ware was an ABW, that's what it stood for, and that was Bumpy. A lot of us know Bumpy Ware, who was formerly a judge over in Acadia Parish in that 3-parish area. And of course, he's married to Ronnie and Ann Paget's daughter, that must be sister Pat, right, Ronnie's sister Pat. So anyhow, if you haven't been contacted by Sally, please do so. And her husband, of course, is Randy, if you look in the phone book to reach.
How about one more sponsor? Let's go to Quality Portable Buildings. There we go. Boy, I know Mr. Hugh Guidry was getting nervous. I wasn't going to get to him. Open on Saturdays, open all during the week as well. At Quality, you can see their equipment at qualityportablebuildings.com. And that's buildings that you can use for garages, barns, storage, outdoor kitchen, office, beauty shops, you name it, from the simple little just a plain roof all the way to the fancy looking barn. And they can customize, build, and set up those buildings for you. Quality built, quality price. They also have propane sales and U-Haul rentals. Go tell Mr. Hugh Bobby and Andrew said howdy.
There you go. Coming up, a lot of you have been asking me recently. You know that I'm interested in boxing, have been, and of course serve on the Louisiana State Boxing and Wrestling Commission. On Thursday, November the 3rd, over at the Rain Civic Center, our own Bad Chad's Boxing Car Promotions in association with Rock Hard Promotions. I guess that must be young Mason Menard, because he calls himself Rock Hard Mighty. So anyhow, they're going to have live professional fights, and it's going to start at 7 p.m. And it's a real nice size for the crowds that we can attract to these local fights. And if you like them, we'll of course come back and remind you, but try to make this another successful event. Chad has done quite well promoting these fights, and we recommend it. Then it gives some of our locals an opportunity to gain some experience so they can go on to the bigger times.
Sure. How about happy birthday wishes this week to Scott Pete at Imperial Fire and Casualty. That's Scotty Red. You old timers in town know Scotty Black and Scotty Red. It's Scotty Red. And also to Ian Guidros. He's 22. I think that's
cool.
Right. I think that's accurate.
He's getting close up there. What about our friend over at DCG Aguillard Century 21 here on Landry Street, right next to the Palace Cafe?
Right.
Miss Twana Wheeler, our office secretary,
right,
has formed a little business, like she says on the side, Tea and Sons Cupcakes. How about that? She said it's amazing at how well they sell at the various events that they attend. Vanilla cupcake, buttercream icing, chocolate cupcake, chocolate cream icing, honey bun cupcake, on and on and on. Half a dozen is $5, a whole dozen is $10, and I guarantee you that lady, if they're not good, I've never eaten one yet.
There wasn't.
But I'll give you your money back if they're
go.
not good. Twana, keep up the good work, and she does a great job for us at the office. She's on top of everything. And by the way, we could use a few. We've sold, the sales have been real nice lately, and we could use some nice listings. So if you have a listing maybe with another firm and it's not moving and you'd like to move, they change, they move around, we'd certainly like to discuss that with you over at DCG Aguillard here in Opelousas and, of course, in Eunice.
1 minute left. You might want to start hunting down your prayer book. We can start telling everybody thank you for watching again this week.
Yeah,
Don't forget.
look at Sister Audrey Fontenot, my
There
cousin,
she is.
dancing away at one of the events over at the Prompt Sucker Nursing Home, where she assists over there. And
taken care of by the Marian Knights of the Holy Cross.
How
Been here
about
since
that?
1855. How's
Blessed
that?
are the merciful, for mercy will be theirs. Each closing, Andrew and I ask you to consider attending the church of your choice, and we try to close it with a thought. Possibly you might call it a prayer. Here they call it a prayer. God of goodness, enlarge my heart with your merciful love. Let the miracle of your mercy shine through me for your honor and glory. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for watching. Please tell a friend, and hopefully everybody enjoyed today's program.
Thank you. I know I did.
Thank you.